Hello and welcome to the movie room. And today, something a little different. I thought I would show you how I made my custom box, protected box for the Second Sight Dawn of the Dead Special Edition box set. So, first off, I drew the sides and the front panel on a piece of cardboard first. I basically made a prototype box, shall we say, out of cardboard first because I didn't want to get it wrong, and the plastic I used was it was quite expensive to use, so I made it out of card first. So I'm measuring out the templates now, and I'll put up the size. These are the measurements that I used. You don't have to, but this is the box, and those were the measurements I went off. As you can see, I had to change some of the box, but we'll get to that. This is me just going over the lines I've drawn, making sure they're all level, making sure they're all straight, they're nice and clear so I can see what I'm actually doing. These are the lines for the template. Like I said, I just use simple maths. I just added I took a measurement of the box set that is, and I just added on a little bit just for room. Obviously you don't want the box to rub against the sides or anything like that. You want a little bit of room so it doesn't rub, and it's easy to get out of the box as well. It's one of the main things you need to focus on, is making sure it gets out of the box safely. I mainly made it for protection more than display. Sadly, which you'll see in the video coming up, I actually damaged one of the sides, but it's because I didn't realize how. Yeah, the plastic I used was too thick. It was actually acetate, but it's quite thick. So I thought, well, that'll be nice and sturdy, but I didn't realize how difficult it would be to actually cut through safely. Um, so that was me cutting out the stencils. This is the acetate. If you pause it, that's the size. I think the thickness is on there as well. I wouldn't recommend using this thickness. I wouldn't recommend using acetate, really. I'm sure there's others, but this is all that was available when I was in the shop. So I'm using those stencils I cut out to just transfer onto the acetate. This is just rough. These are just for rough guides, basically. And then I will go over them later on in the video, as you'll see, with a ruler and a triangle, just to make sure all the angles are straight and all the lines are straight and they measure up correctly. There was a lot of adjustments made. So as you can see, I'm just checking the lines now, and then I do correct the lines. As you can see, I've finished here, just sped it up and finished it. So this is where I go over all the lines. So they're not perfect, but I try and straighten out some of the lines. The ones that are off by a lot, I straighten out, but the ones that are off only by a few millimeters, mainly, I just ignore. It's not too bad because it's something you can edit later on. Like I say, the whole point of this box wasn't for really to be perfect or professional. It just was something to protect it because, like I say, it's so nice. It's such a good box set, and yeah, I thought it was worth protecting. So this is actually the bottom. This is how you make the bottom concertina sort of fold into itself. You can see the simple patterns here. Really simple stuff. Just draw a line through the center, dead center, and then line to line on the corners. And that's it. The sort of C shape I just measured, I think, 2 centimeters in from each end, and just put a line in each end and then straighten them out. So you can see I've coloured in the parts that you need to cut out, just so you can get an idea of where you should and shouldn't be cutting. Again, this is just a rough guide. I don't know why I put it on here. I just decided to put it on here in case anyone was interested. So I'm using a razor blade. I figured out a better way of cutting the box instead of using scissors, because I come down really like I had to put a lot of force and ended up cutting through one of the sides. So I realised the razor blade was probably a smarter idea. So here I'm just cutting out those bottom sections that I shown that were coloured in. Spread out to the next section, as you can see. So I've cut those parts out. They're the only parts you should cut out at the bottom. Again, just a rough idea of how it should look. So that's where I shown you at the top there. That's where I ended up cutting through with the scissors, but it's not too bad. So this is the box after it's been. So how I managed this, again, because yeah, it was too thick. So I actually lightly ran over it with the razor blade on the inside, and then gently folded it. Like I say, I think it was just way too thick to actually use. I probably should have got there was a thinner one. I probably should have got that, but it didn't end up too bad. So here I'm just taking, I think it's probably a centimetre or centimetre and a half just off the tab fold at the top. This is at the top end, just so the box can close in, the tabs can close in on themselves nicely without overlapping or scratching or scraping each other. I did this across the top as well. Oh, sorry. No, I just did this on the sides. The actual top bit is for the like the over flap, which you'll need obviously so the lid closes and it doesn't pop back up. So you see now the lid, now the flaps will close in without touching and rubbing against each other. So here you'll notice I'm just lightly running the razor blade along the top, and this is for the fold line, for the top of the lid, for the little fold flap, so it links into the sides to hold on, so the lid doesn't pop up basically. So you lightly run the razor blade on the inside, and then you fold it from the outside in, so as if you were folding it in on the light line you did with the razor blade. But yeah, I'd go easy with it definitely. You'll notice I've folded it very gingerly, because again, the stuff, yeah, it's very strange stuff. I wouldn't use it again if I made another one. So this is for the flap that folds over onto the side so the box can connect together. So an important thing I wanted to bring up here was, you'll see how easy it literally snaps. I didn't even cut through it. It just snaps. It's strange stuff, very strange. So you'll see when it folds over, it sits in nicely. So this part is where I start taping it together. So I just peel off the inside protective film for now. I'll leave the outside on for the very end. Now I used double-sided sticky tape to fix this together. I didn't use glue because glue tends to leave a chemical residue. I didn't want anything to get damaged. So you'll see here I use double-sided sticky tape. I think this is probably a better option than glue. Maybe hot glue, like hot glue if you have access to hot glue. I don't, but I wouldn't recommend like super glue and stuff like that. Like I say, they leave really bad chemical residue, and I've got a feeling if you leave, obviously you put your box set in that box with a nasty glue, chemical glue, it probably could affect it, or I'm pretty sure it will, to be honest. So I just use a double-sided sticky tape. And then as you can see, this is the box after it's all taped together and the folds are in at the bottom. Just opening the lid to show. So it was really, still really rigid. So I was really careful. But this is the box set going in. Slides in like so. Nice and tidy. So close the lid just to see where I needed to. So that corner gave me a bit of trouble, so I had to go back and just cut a little bit off. But that's pretty much it. I left the film on just in case I needed to edit it, and then I did. I just had to do a little bit of cutting to the right corner of that box, and then the best bit, peeling it off. It's unbelievable how much better it looks once all the protective film has been peeled off, and it just reveals a nice shiny box. You can see in the top right corner it is damaged, but that's where I went through it with the scissors. But it still looks great. There's a few marks on the top, but you never see the top. It's all about the front, and it looks fantastic. It's so nice. It come out so well. I'm very proud of it. Like I say, that box set will be kept nice now, because yeah, I don't want it to get damaged, because I don't think I'll be able to get another one. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's just a random video I come up with, and this is the end result. If you liked it, please let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for clicking on this video and checking it out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.